Good morning, friends. This is Ansi from Lifestyle Today News, Delhi. It is February 8, 2024. The temperature in Connaught Place is 9 degrees centigrade. It's hazy clouds. The temperature in the day will reach 21 degrees centigrade. The sun rose at 7:05 a.m. and will set at 6:06 p.m. The air quality index in Delhi is 174 uh, and 171 on an average, which is poor. The particulate matters can enter the lungs and the blood system, resulting in serious health issues. So take care, do good exercise, remain active, and take the right kind of food. So yesterday we had talked about credit and debit card for frauds and how to avoid them. So yesterday there was a technical glitch, and after 7 minutes the audio didn't work. So I'm continuing with it. However, I did some research yesterday, and I found some more interesting facts also, mostly about the Android packaging files. The day before yesterday, a bank official had said that do not download you know apks from anything other than the Google Play Store. So I did some research and I found that on 7th November 2023, the Hindustan Times had reported the same thing, that a new kind of cyber crime is happening, where such files, APK files, can bypass restricted settings in Android phones to install malware capable of capturing on screen text, gaining permissions, and stealing data. So the thing is, you'll think that I don't click on any links, then how can that happen to me? So I'm safe. Actually, it happens in two parts. It is said, that is, the first part, you will be asked to download a Google Play app, like it's a game or some other app that you want to download. And when you download that, in the second part, you'll get a message to download a link because an error has happened. When you download the link, that will bypass the restricted settings, thereby installing malware that will capture your online text, gaining permission, stealing data. So that's how the thefts happen. So this news came on 7th, and interestingly, just 10 days later, exactly, in the same newspaper, a news had come about an elderly 73-year-old who was asked by a person to install PAN card install a link to update his PAN card details. And while doing that, he lost 13 lakh rupees. So this news had come, but the awareness had not spread, and unfortunately, one person had to lose his savings. So mostly, you'll see that the incidents happens with the elderly. The elderly, like my parents, they are in their 70s mostly, or in the late 60s, and they are like self-made. And when they came to the cities, they came on their own. They came with two pairs of clothes, and now they have made a fortune. They got their retirement bank account, and they might be having their pensions. So they are have lot of achievements in their life, and they don't mostly have to depend on their children also for anything. So they all only thing is, they are not getting updated on the technical part, the technical know-how. That part is not getting updated. That is why mostly the issues happen. However, yesterday, the 2-3 incidents that I mentioned that happened with people in the 40s and 50s and 60s, that is by taking advantage of their little the moment of unawareness, the moment of losing their alertness. That small moment is taken advantage of. That is another issue. But awareness, that if you have awareness, suddenly that pling, that sound will come in your mind that such an incident can happen. So elderly, uh, they have to be updated, or the youngsters also. How, I'll say for the elderly mainly, because and for that, one thing is you have to have awareness. The main thing in the life, whether the elderly, the youngsters, everything, the main thing in your life is to protect your assets, your savings. That is become the biggest priority nowadays. For that, awareness is needed. So garner all kind of awareness from the newspaper, the televisions, from the friends, from WhatsApp, information. Wherever you are, get the awareness, accumulate, and get informed about all kinds of frauds that can happen, so that when an issue comes, you will know how to handle them. And then remaining alert. Just having the information is not enough. Implementation, remaining alert when an issue happens, to connect it and know that when somebody asks you to download the pan card detail, download a link to update pan card, actually you don't need to do that online. So somebody doesn't, you need to update your pan card. Nobody has to ask you to update the pan card. That kind of common sense has to work, that alertness has to be there. um, and so that alertness, that will come when you have awareness. When you have awareness, alertness will come. Then because you should have a mountain of alert awareness, then the alertness will surely come. The third thing is about sharing the data with others. So uncles and all, they all go to the parks and all. So when you sit there, share the details, learns the new technical skills sitting in the park. See, so many elderly women people, elderly ladies and gents and all, they are getting educated. They're getting literacy at the age of 90 and 100 and all that. And technical part, see, when the phone came, people, elderly people, they thought they will never be able to learn how to use the phone, but now they have come so far. So learning is not a problem. When you sit in the park, you can communicate and learn all those things. Utilize those time for learning these things, because that is very essential nowadays. And there's an interesting film, Mast Mein Rehne Ka, about Jackie Shroff. It's a story in which Jackie Shroff and Neena Gupta have acted as elderlies. So Jackie Shroff, the wife, was no more, and he is leading a retired life, hand to mouth existence. But he had some money in the bank and a house to stay. And Neena Gupta, her children were in Canada. She was staying alone. She also had just enough to stay, and they're in a well-to-do middle-class families. And so it's happened that Jackie Schroff's house was burgled. He was hit on the head and he lay unconscious. Only after 2-3 days, the security guard realized that there was no noise from the house. The police thought that the person is dead. But when they went there, they found that he was very much alive but unconscious. He was taken to the hospital, and the police gave him the advice that you should go to the park and talk to the peer group, so that if something happens, if you are missing for 1 or 2 days, they will notify others, that you are alert others that you are not there. This kind of community thing is important to protect the account. Also, you will have new awareness. And then the interesting fact was, Neena Gupta was also burgled by the same burglar, and then they understood how his modus operandi was. He will go to the park, he will find out from their talks, from the way when somebody is walking alone, when those elderly were walking alone, the burglar will go after him. Then find out when he goes in, when he goes out of the house, where he keeps the key. And so with that, he used to take the keys and he used to do the burglary, and he escaped. So they too also learned this, and they also took advantage of the time these houses were vacant, and these two used to go to those houses and have a nice time. So the thing is, when you are alone, what you are doing, there are so many watching, people watching around, and online also so many people, so many are watching you to commit a crime. So you have to be careful. So you need to be in a community, share your informations, and learn from your peer group. So that is, by sharing, you will be able to learn. So I'll share the story of how, alertness works. See, alertness is not a new thing. One person said the story about 20 years ago. In his house, this rag pickers came, and they were asking about some plastic boxes and all that, if they can take that. And these two people's, there were two rag pickers, and their eyes fell on two iron rods kept far away in the house, in the corner of the house. And so one of them, what they did, they diverted the attention of the house owner by asking him, can I take this box, can I take that box? By the time the other person went, he took the iron rod and he started walking away. However, the dog in the house was a real good watchdog. He saw this, he ran after the thief and caught him. So, alertness. Either be alert on yourself and have a watchdog like this. In this case, watchdogs like have a good security system. You can buy some kind of security systems in Google and all. You will have some password, double passport locking system and all that. Or use all those kinds of systems to lock and keep the information safe. And in between, check the settings and permissions in your phone. There is an icon, settings. Check that which all app you have given permission. There is an icon, the files. Open that, and there you go to download and all. There you will see that APK file. You can see that icon. There you click on that, and you will see if you have unknowingly downloaded some malwares. So in that way, stay protected, stay healthy, and enjoy your life. See you tomorrow again at 7:45. Thank you.